what made me stand out on the application was just using the essays and the short answer parts of the application to show who I am, why I'm passionate about this career, and even more so what I want to contribute to this profession. I chose to go to UF, even though I did get into other veterinary schools, because they have an absolutely amazing aquatic health certificate program. They're actually the only veterinary school that offers the certificate, and a lot of the professors within that certificate program are leading professors in that field of study. Well, I'm from Maryland. I went to a small college up in Pennsylvania, and through AP credit that I took during my high school time, I was able to graduate in 3 years to get vet school started even earlier. And I did have a veterinary school that was for my state, but I chose to go to the University of Florida because of the Aquatic Health Certificate Program. Well, to begin preparing for veterinary school, during high school, I took AP courses so that I could take more advanced classes in college to prepare me for a veterinary profession, and also to be able to take time off to be able to start my time in veterinary school even earlier. And then after my first year in my undergraduate degree program, I went around to all these different veterinary schools by my house and asked them if they had any internships or any programs where I could come and just learn. And I was blessed to be able to give them the opportunity to work with two amazing vets at a local small animal hospital, and they really taught me what the veterinary profession is all about and what day-to-day life is for a veterinarian. I think the most difficult transition has been just being an adult. An undergrad, your main concern is just your classes and your homework, but when you're in veterinary school, you have to worry about paying your bills, as well as your insurance and all that stuff, but there is a balance and you can do it. One thing I wish I had done differently was to try to work in a veterinary hospital before entering college, just because I think that I could have gotten a lot more out of it. And now being in veterinary school, a lot of my peers have been working in veterinary hospitals for years, and so a lot of them are more advanced in their knowledge, and when they come to the classroom, they already know what the professor is talking about, and they can get a lot more out of the lectures. I would say to begin the application process early. VMCAS normally goes live at the beginning of June, and I would say to do that one first and then work on all of your different supplemental applications, but don't wait till the last minute, because VMCAS does have specific deadlines and there's thousands of kids applying, and you want to make sure that all of your paperwork gets in on time into all the schools. And I know for me, to help me keep organized, I actually got a notebook, and on each page of the notebook I would title it by the school that I was applying to, their specific deadlines, anything that they required besides the main VMCAS application, and then any specific questions that I had for the admissions councils at these schools. Well, there definitely is a balance. This past semester I was definitely learning how to, but kind of my plan is that Monday through Thursdays is straight school. I come home from school and I do my work, but then Friday nights are my night to relax, watch movies, and then over the weekends I do spend some time studying, but I also make time for myself and also just life things, cleaning and cooking and doing laundry. And it's really important that you take that time, because that time that you take to re-energize yourself will allow you to go back into the classroom even stronger than if you hadn't. I think the hardest part of the application process for me was really writing the essays, just because I wanted to make sure that I was truthful and honest, but that I also really conveyed what was on my heart. And I think for me, I didn't just say, okay, I'm sitting down and doing the essay today. I did it when I felt like, okay, I know what I'm gonna say. And so I really recommend that you guys write the essay when you just finally feel like, okay, I know what I wanna say, and this is what I'm going with. One thing I did learn is that veterinary profession is not just an animal career. I remember that one of the receptionists that I work with, she said that veterinary medicine is 30% animal and 70% people, because not only are you interacting with your techs and your receptionists and your fellow doctors, but also your clients. And if you're not able to effectively communicate between those people, your patient isn't going to receive the care that they need or deserve. And that's something that's kind of always stuck with me, to realize that it's not just always about the patient, but it's also about the client, and it's also about my peers as well. I think there's something that I definitely wished I would have known. I know for me in my undergraduate degree program, a lot of times I just focused on memorizing things and knowing what I needed to know to pass the final exam. But in veterinary school, a lot of your professors want you to dive deeper in your curriculum. They want you to ask the why question. So what? How does this apply to me as a professional? And I wish that I had started to train my mind to think in that way when I was younger, but now I'm learning how to do that, and I would really recommend that you guys, even in your studies right now, begin to ask those bigger questions. The interview process was amazing. It really is just like a conversation. A lot of the questions that they ask you are questions that you've thought of before as a professional. And they really just want to know you as a person. Be yourself and just tell them why you want to be here, what you've done to get this far. I think the best part about living in Gainesville is that it is a football town, and I did not grow up in a football town, and even my undergraduate institution did not have a football team. So it's my first time ever going to a school with a football team, and everywhere you go, there's something with Gators. People are huge supporters of Gator students here. Everywhere you go, to any stores or even where you live, people are so supportive, and there's always a friendly face two doors down who's either a Gator professor or a student or an alum. Go Gators!